Hello and welcome everyone to Anfield Road TV, the instant post-match reaction show. Liverpool second in the Champions League group stages after 3 games played. 9 points from a possible 9. It couldn't have got any better for Liverpool so far in this tournament anyway, and obviously doesn't get any easier in regards to obviously the next up and coming match that we've got, the match week 4. Obviously by Leverkusen, Xavi Alonso turning up to Anfield in a couple of weeks' time. Anyway, Reds, if you are new around here, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button if you are absolutely made up to see Liverpool get all 3 points tonight. Absolutely battered them on the XG. I know there's XG Reds out there that love the XG, but in terms of the statisticians out there, Leipzig had a 0.76 expected goals compared to Liverpool's 2.38. Possession-wise, Liverpool bossed it just very slightly, 58% possession to Leipzig's 42. Goal attempts, 17 for Liverpool, 13 for RB Leipzig tonight. Shots on target was the big one tonight for both sides. Plenty of good opportunities. Liverpool had 8 shots on target to Leipzig's six shots on target. And I know everyone's going to be going, you've put Kelleher on unbeatable. And he was. Well, the only goals Leipzig did score tonight were the offside decisions, and they were the right offside decisions. Liverpool, we'll get straight into it in the first half, had a penalty disallowed, which is an absolute joke in itself anyway. I felt Darwin Núñez was very much so brought down for a penalty as well. Stephen said there it was a penalty. For me, it was a penalty. Steve as well. Nice one, Steve, for on the watch long, mate. I managed to sort out the audio. It wasn't your ears, it was me. And be an absolute sausage from my ends, not pressing some buttons on the computer. But yeah, chat, let us know your thoughts on that penalty decision. As Steve said, he felt it was a pen to Darwin Núñez in the first half. I think the hunger from Darwin Núñez, I think he done really well tonight in terms of not just his attacking play, the Uruguayan tonight. He put in the absolute fantastic effort in terms of getting back as well. It's all well and good having forwards in any team, but in terms of wanting the press from the top and obviously getting goals is most importantly as well. And the goal scorer, Darwin Núñez, tonight as well. On my watch along, if you watched my reaction to the goal, I thought it was initially offside, but obviously I think it was the fullback was playing him on for RB. Is it Nusa was playing him on by about 5 yards, very deep. The Leipzig winger anyway, for some bizarre reason. Obviously, in terms of transition, he was a bit too deep inside the penalty area as well. And Gary Saliola, big win it was. And chat, it is a massive win. Big up there, Ant, as well, mates. Obviously, your lads are absolutely, well, hopefully you'll be in the Champions League. Obviously, you's were cut not too long ago anyway, mate. But, Ant, hope you're well, mate. Thank you for tuning in, as always. Chat, get your man of the matches in the comment section below as well. That's the big one. For me, I'll get straight to it. Caoimhin Kelleher was my man of the match tonight. Many of our teams, even if you are a neutral watching that game tonight, it's never easy going away from home. I think in terms of you will be... in terms of aspects of any game of football, especially European away days, you are going to be relying on your goalkeeper. And especially, obviously, a lot of the talk in recent weeks, obviously, Alisson getting the injuries and Kelleher being thrust upon the limelight again, considering he did play more games than Alisson Becker last season, Kelleher. I tell you what, I'd love Caoimhin Kelleher to stay at the football club, but I think we all, even Kelleher, even Slot as well, we all know the end of this season, we're all expecting Kelleher to leave the football club. But I think in terms of the overall quality he offers this Liverpool side is second to none. I think obviously the build up to this game, everyone, I think Slot said he might have been the second best goalkeeper in world football, and he certainly is. It just goes to show, and Slot in his post-match conference, if you did miss it, just said this is normal for a club like Liverpool Football Club. You need in terms of having that quality. These are the standards and the aspirations and the levels, and really that Liverpool have built over the last couple of years as well. In terms of, as Slot said, you to be a big club in terms of competing for top titles as well. You need two big players in every single position, and hopefully in the next 2-3 years time that quality does continue to progress and obviously develop as well in terms of players coming in and out. Well, obviously Darwin Núñez getting the goal, but I think for Kelleher, it's that save in that second half for me that really stood out for in regards to Hendricks down that right hand side, the German cut across the penalty area, going down that right hand side, a very strong right handed save. Yes, I know rival fans or anyone's just saying, yeah, he probably the toe Openda. Doesn't matter, he was offside. Kelleher done his job. It was very poor from the Belgium Openda to very much. He's looking literally across the line. For a player's visibility coming into this game, I bigged him up in the pre-match build-up show. He's certainly got a lot of talent, but Liverpool, from every area of the pitch tonight, really, we stifled them. We limited them to the occasional pop shot from in and around the edge of the penalty area as well. But in terms of the chances that Liverpool kind of did give up tonight, it was all of our own making, as it has been already this season. Obviously, goals against Forest, obviously the goal against Palace, and obviously recent weeks as well. Not like we've conceded a lot of goals, we haven't. But I think tonight we were the makers of our own mistakes, really. But certainly, I think the back end of that game, Slot spoke in his presser, post-match comment, just saying he was a bit disappointed with the 15-20 minute spell at the back end of the game in terms of just giving the possession back to RB Leipzig, allowing them to play football. But it's expected. If you are to go away from home, obviously you can have all the possession in the world, but in terms of the way in which Liverpool applied themselves in every area of the pitch tonight, it was second to none. Would have liked to have been a bit more comfortable, but we're not going to sit here come what the end of May of winning the Champions League final or whatever. We're not going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about the 3 points that we did pick up tonight, and have 3 big, valuable 3 points going into, obviously, 9 points out of a possible 9. Can't get any better than that, can it, Reds? And that's certainly what we want to be seeing anyway. And obviously the first half, we spoke about a penalty decision. I wasn't really best too pleased with the referee. I think he gave a yellow card to Alexis McAllister for an alleged dive, but then 20 minutes later, he then doesn't give a yellow card for Núñez. If the referee has felt Núñez dived, which he didn't, inside the penalty area, then why not give Núñez a yellow card? This is the consistency. I'm hoping it hasn't trickled into the European referees, because historically, in recent seasons, the referees in Europe have been a breath of fresh air, really, in terms of English teams. When we've gone into the Champions League, it's like, oh, yeah, they're a step above, really. But, yeah, Darwin Núñez getting the goal. Was a quiet night for Salah, but I was made up. We give him a half an hour break, really, and that's what it was. I get his frustration. I think we all do, but no, we need it on Sunday, because it's probably going to be, it will be our biggest game of the season, going to the Emirates against Arsenal. Yes, they've got injuries, but Mohamed Salah, we need him to be fresh and fit going into that game. And certainly when you've got the quality of Luis Diaz to come off the bench, and the other lads coming in to the back end of that game as well. Joe Gomez, yet again, coming in, not putting a foot wrong, really. It's great that we've got these quality players to come in. Curtis Jones as well, and the other lads that did come in, that even Andy Robbo. It looked like Andy did kind of... Hopefully that's not the case. We'll find out in the coming hours, really. Robbo with the back end, I don't know if you've picked up on that. He felt he was holding his back. Hopefully it's just like a little tweak to his back, or just a little bit of a stretch and nothing too major in regards to Andy Robbo. But hopefully, I'll get to Kostas Simikas as well, but I'll get straight to your comments as well. You're absolute legends. Big up there, Zane. Arne Slot making this job easy, but it's not at all as well. Zane, we've started well, mate. You can only play what's in front of you, and Arne Slot said that in recent weeks. It's obviously, he knows himself, Liverpool, and we all know we've not had an easy running, because there's no ever easy game in football. But as I said, you can only play what's in front of you. But it's a breath of fresh air, really. And I think, judging from Slot's comments this week as well, just speaking about the players, obviously a fresh face in and around the dressing room, it was certainly needed off the back of Jurgen Klopp's tenure. For all the great work Jurgen did do, I think it was the right time, as we all know. But Arne Slot is at the helm now, and the way in which he's not tweaked a lot, as we all know, but in terms of tweaking certain aspects of our game, I think that's when you analyse Jurgen Klopp's tenure, is probably just a slight tweak he might have needed, like 3-4 years ago, in terms of just being that bit more controlling within games. But Arne Slot, the utter control he has brought to the football club, but it's not just being Arne Slot. There's one thing, a new manager coming in, Reds, as well. we've seen many of the managers in the Premier League and in European football, when a manager changes, the whole ethos goes out the window. But not at Liverpool. Not at Liverpool, because we've got the right characters, we've got the right setup, we've got the right personnel, we've got the right people in the football club in terms of no big egos at all at the football club. Yes, you can have confidence, Salah. Obviously, he's frustrated, but if you ask Salah, he knows himself. He's the team above everyone else, and certainly that's certain aspects of that needs to be addressed in terms of other Premier League teams as well. Too many big egos to very much in the Premier League. I see too much of, but it's all well and good having a manager coming in with some ideas, with a slight tweak to his ideas, but these players from the start of the season have been absolutely exceptional as well. But in regards to going forward, hopefully long may this continue, but we all know as Liverpool fans there will be bumps along the road. We're not going to sit here. Fair enough if we go unbeaten, well, not unbeaten, we got beat by Forest, but if Forest the only loss this season, then sound amazing, buzzing, whatever adjective you want to really describe Liverpool. If we did do that, it'd be more than that. It'd be party season anyway, but we're being realistic. We will lose. We're not hoping that we lose, but we're being realistic as a fan base. Bumps along the road, but it's important as a fan base, and certainly me, not to overreact really. Like, obviously we'll be disappointed, we'll analyse the games, but in terms of looking at the Liverpool in the bigger picture of things, what we've done, what Arne Slot and these players have done in a short space of time in footballing terms, the certain managers in the Premier League that have been at their football clubs for many of a year, and you're still analysing their way in which their team wants to play, and you sat there scratching your head going, what are you trying to do? It's been about 2-3 years. But Arne Slot's come in and he's done absolutely exceptional. But in terms of midfield, again tonight, it's one thing want to play in this possession-based football, but Gravenberch, Szoboszlai and McAllister, hopefully Macca's okay, chat. We all felt that. Oh, Macca, needed to go. I think we'd all need to lie down anyway. After that first half, hopefully he's okay. I'm sure he will be. But in terms of controlling the tempo of the football really tonight, McAllister, Gravenberch, I know Szoboszlai coming back to his old team, his old stomping ground really, similar with Ibu Konate as well. I think those two lads done really well, handled the occasion really well, but no better than Ibu. I think there was a passage of play, especially in those last 20 minutes, as Slot said in his post-match comments, really where he analysed the game, said he was a bit disappointed, but that is where Ibu, that's where Kelleher, that's where Virgil van Dijk, and I'm not having this notion of Trent's. That's probably one of Trent's best defensive displays I've seen in a very long time. I know he's had a couple of very stellar defensive displays this season, but in terms of coming up against the likes of Xavi Simons as well, yeah, I think he shut him down from minute one, really. Didn't allow the young Dutch attacking midfields at any time or space, and even kept Openda quiet as well. And obviously Sesko, the big build-up for Sesko. Those three lads, very talented players, but that just goes to show how well disciplined Liverpool were tonight in terms of just limiting the spaces, but in terms of marshalling and even a high line again tonight. There's one thing any team in world football wanting to play a high line, but when you're as disciplined as Liverpool's back line was again tonight, and as we mentioned with the disallowed Openda goal at the back end of that game, that stems from such a very good high line. The line being spot on. Obviously, the line against Chelsea was just, Ibu was slightly off, but Ibu's been imperious this season, and he didn't let that phase him, and made up he didn't go into this game as well. He started off where he's left off really this season. The lads at the back, and even Kostas. I even mentioned Kostas tonight. Obviously coming into the Liverpool starting 11 again. Didn't look out of place. Obviously, the goal come down that left-hand channel. The good link-up play between Gakpo and obviously the inverted run from Kostas Tsimikas down that left-hand channel, putting a lovely ball to the back stick to Mohamed Salah, who then obviously hit it on target, would have hit the post and gone in. Doesn't really matter because Nunes was on the other end. So Kostas got the assist of the assist, if you want to call it that. But I think in terms of, the back line didn't put a foot wrong tonight, and Kostas looked like that was one of his best performances I've seen of him in recent weeks. It just goes to show the quality. I know everyone, when they analyse Costas in the Liverpool shirt, obviously it'd be great if we had a carbon copy of Andy Robbo and Trent as backups for them, but in terms of Costas coming in, he's got his qualities. He can certainly develop even more into a footballer as well. But that's Arne Slot's job first and foremost, to get the best out of this squad and develop them and coach them in different aspects. And that's obviously, will it be a new centre half that plays left back, or left back that slash left sided centre half comes in January or whatnot? We'll cross that bridge when it comes to it anyway. Let's get to your comments as well. My mood is completely dependent if we beat, obviously, Anti's playing Forest on Friday. Oh, that's a big game. Good luck with that, mate. That will be, I think we'll all be watching that. Starwin hat-trick at the Emirates Stadium lag. Big up there, Gary. Hopefully, mate. It's a Zane saying it was a blatant penalty, Jack. Don't know how it was not given. In a day of age of VAR, I was very surprised. I think, the referee went in at half-time and probably give himself an head wobble, really, and said, I've missed one there, boys. He'd probably come out in the second half. Obviously, Slot would never say that, but I'm pretty sure the referee would have said to Liverpool's management, sorry, lads, I kind of missed that. But thankfully for Liverpool, it didn't cost us anything because we were solid at the back. Big up there, Steve, just saying hello to Doug. Talio Doug. Kelleher, Songs, big up there, mate, 4K. Kelleher was the man of the match for me, scored, secured the 3 points, 100% there, 4K, 100% matey. Gakpo and Grav, excellent. McAllister, 10, with Szoboszlai as an 8, works well. It's seamless, I think, the main one, Songs, in regards to that Liverpool midfield. The main thing is, not just in terms of this season, but in terms of going forward, as we were saying on the watch along, you can never not have enough good football players within your squad. So it's not a case of, if Szoboszlai or Gravenberch or Maka, if they don't play in the next 2-3 years, not in terms of, obviously, they keep on playing, they will be playing, but in terms of when we need to rotate in certain aspects, like Kelleher's coming tonight, has done for the last 12 months, done really well. Costas, whatever happens in terms of the next couple of seasons, if he continues developing and showing good, positive aspects of his game and develops and gets coached to a better standard than we've seen as well, then that's what it's all about. But hopefully come what January, if we are in a good position, fingers crossed we are, but we just got to take one game at a time. I know that's boring and all that, but as we know, football can be can change very rapidly anyway. Couple of injuries, but we go into this Arsenal game on Sunday, chat, with so much confidence, so much inner belief as well. I think if we go to the Emirates, even play as half as we did tonight, obviously Arsenal weren't the best last night. Obviously Ben White's injured. The Italian left back or centre half they brought in, Calaflori, he's out. Saka's out, and the other lads. But we've just got to focus on ourselves. Goals have never been an issue for Liverpool, even in the Jurgen Klopp era. But I think what Arne Slot's brought to this Liverpool side is a lot more clean sheets, but certainly a lot more stability. I think that's the main word, really, from my point of view. But big up there to Salio, Gakpo, and Grav. 100% there, Steve. There's going to be a hard game for Liverpool. Yes, Steve, obviously, in terms of where we do find ourselves, yes, we are second in the Champions League group stages. Early doors, Reds, but I think when we were listening to the commentary tonight, I don't know if you picked up on it at home, was I think the statisticians and the data guys for the Champions League draws, people that made it, said that 15 points get you qualified. So what's that? 2 more wins and a draw. Liverpool are already on 9. So obviously, if we can, and we're hoping, well, not hoping, but if we play at our maximum against Leipzig, Leverkusen, sorry, in a couple of weeks' time, then that will be 4 wins from possible 4. And that's what we've got to aim for. Obviously, we learned so much from the Forest game. As I said weeks ago, I think that was a big reminder, not for us as fans, certainly me as well, just to calm it down. But in terms of the players as well, would have been obviously the confidence and that, but sometimes you do need a little reminder in terms of the players to we are not unbeatable. Just goes to show the standards in which we know we can reach as a squad in terms of these players as well. But it was no easy game tonight. I know, obviously, the big talk of Leipzig and their attacking threat, but Liverpool, this is a proper European display, chat. It's no easy feat going 1-0, winning 1-0 away from home anyway. They're unbeaten in the Bundesliga so far this season, so yeah. But Liverpool done our job and done what we've really done so well so far this season as well. Chat, let me know who your standouts before we do round off here, chat. Get your man in the matches in. Obviously, my one was Kelleher, but I'm more interested in what you all think. Most importantly, Reds. Any changes potentially that you'd like to see, or would you go same as always going into Sunday? Obviously, we will be doing a watch long for the Sunday game as well, and there'll be plenty of content to come this week as well, Reds. Let's get to read that one. Big up there, Paul. Trent is just above the player, not a generational. Controversial, Paul. Nice one, la. Yeah, no, he's a very good player, but I think generational when you talk about right backs. You look at Cafu, you look at Zanetti, World Cup winners, players that have won the World Cup, won serial titles in their domestic leagues. But I think in terms of Trent, what is he? He's only 25 years old. But if Trent can add, say, another 3-4 league titles to his league records and a potential Euros or an international, I just find it mad that England didn't play with Trent, and probably Trent is the type of player that will win you tournaments. He wins you trophies, and it's just about getting the setup in the right environments, like he is at Liverpool, where you've when he's playing when he played for England, he's not got a Van Dijk there. He's got Harry Maguire. He's got the other players alongside him. No disrespect to those centre halves, but I think is you allow Trent's quality to shine. I'll tell you that now. And obviously, if he wins, and he will win a lot more trophies in the next 5-year period as well. Trent staying at Liverpool, chat. I know there's been a lot of talk really in regards to him moving to Real Madrid, but be confident that I think he'll be sound. It's the captain contract. Post the end of an era, Van Dijk, the most important thing Trent wants is captaining his Liverpool side. And that is a big thing. You can, yes, one thing going to Real Madrid, but I think he didn't grow up a Real Madrid fan, did he, chat? He grew up a Liverpool fan. And the thing is, I think the inner Liverpool fan scouts it in him. I think the one of his biggest aspirations, obviously, is leading Liverpool. But if he had the possibility of knocking Manchester United off their pitch, I think that would be a big, in terms of league titles, that certainly would be on one of his top objectives, really, as a player anyway. But, yeah, 100% there, Steve. Let's face it, Trent is... Oh, read that one. Costas release. Big up there, songs. Simicus release Gakpo for the cross for Joss. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he's done really well, Costas, when called upon. And did Slot say why Salah and Trent were subbed early? Songs, just rotation, mate. The main thing is rotation. We get when the players are a bit frustrated coming off, but maybe if this was in the era when we had Alonso, Mascherano and Gerrard, where we had probably, 5 world-class players in our team, and then we had bit part players in and around. But now we have got world-class players in every single position, certainly, and we're very thankful that we have. And even the players coming in to this Liverpool side now, of course, there's always room for improvement, but that's up to Arne Slot and the players coming in as well. But yeah, big up there, champions. Kev, big up there, la. Yeah, the Irish TV panelists are saying Trent's got... No, he's going nowhere, chat. He's going nowhere. What do they know? But yeah, Trent to knock Manchester United off the pitch, being captain of Liverpool on a full-time basis. Obviously, he's already the assistant captain at the minute with Virgil, but Virgil van Dijk's not getting any younger, is he? Obviously, it's not quite a passing of the baton in regards to, obviously, when Sammy did give, obviously, Virgil... not Virgil. Imagine if those two were playing alongside each other. That would be some partnership. But obviously, when Sammy appeared, give the captaincy to Steven Gerrard. Obviously, Stevie was very young, and was he 21, 22 years old? But it was very different because obviously we've got two world-class players in terms of Van Dijk coming at the back end of his career, but we say the back end of his career. The longevity of Virgil van Dijk's career will continue. Like, even if he does lose, say, 10, 20 yards of pace, he's got a footballing brain, he's got a centre-half brain, and especially if you did surround him with the pace of Ibu Konate, whoever else is in that defence. It's all well and good. All looking positive, Reds. Still need to close out games. I think, Storm, we done that well, mate. I think tonight, obviously Arnie and his post-match said he was disappointed, 15, 20 minutes, but as I said, Storm, it's extremely difficult, as we all know, European games. It's so different in terms of Premier League games, of course, the atmosphere in England, but in terms of from a technical point of view, coming to Leipzig, one of the top German sides we'll find in a couple of weeks' time when we do come up against Xabi Alonso and his Leverkusen side. They're not used to having a lot less possession in terms of the Bundesliga. That's where it's going to be so interesting from a technical point of view for both sides, how we do come at each other. Will it just be like a 4-4, something crazy? But in terms of, we know Xabi Alonso, he's an elite level coach. It will be interesting, but hopefully main thing is Liverpool get the result over the line, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it as well. But as Kev said, if he loses 20% of his pace in regards to Virgil, now he'll still be quicker than 80% of the others out there. Big Virgil, 100% there, Kev, 100%, mate. Need to put it to bed. Yeah, we do, Storm. I think come what the end of May, I think that will be the biggest telling point for any side. But Storm and Chas, the main thing is Liverpool. We've got goals in our team. We've certainly, Núñez getting on the goal scoring charts tonight. Diaz started this season extremely well, as we know. Salah, everyone might go, he didn't have the best game, but at the end of the day, Salah's he's literally played every game for the last 6-7 years. He's allowed an off day, surprisingly, as much as we want to see him. Mo score a hat-trick every night, but as every Liverpool fan knows, from a technical point of view, there's 2 players in Liverpool's team that every team in European competition marks out of the game. Salah being the main one, and then obviously Trent's the second one. They are the 2 players, if you want to come up against Liverpool, you try and shut them 2 down. And if you can't, or if you don't, then that just creates, those 2 players in itself create space for the other players on the pitch, whether that be Diaz, Núñez, obviously Robbo on the opposite side of the wing or whatnot. Costas tonight, creating that overloading space and getting the cross in. So it's all well and good, chat. As I said, big up to every single one of you. A massive thank you for all tuning in tonight, chat. Big win for Liverpool, as we said tonight. I think more or less covered it. Yeah, Arne Slot, superb in terms of control. Still room for improvements, as you've already alluded to tonight, chat. We'd like a bit more control. Even though we had 58% possession, but I understand where he's coming from. And I think that's what Arne Slot said in his post-match comments, as he did. But we're only, 3-4 months into Arne Slot's football? Got plenty more years to come in terms of fine tweaking that elements of his game anyway. Elements of his game, our game. But I'm pretty sure I read everyone's comments. My man of the match was me. Big up there, Kev. Big up there, Riz. But chat, if you're watching this on the repeat, let us know your thoughts on the game. What you want to be seeing going into the big game at the weekend, Sunday. Big games coming thick and fast. Just got to prioritise one game at a time. So obviously, we know the lads will be doing that. It's all well and good us getting a bit too ahead of ourselves, but we know the lads are professional enough and very much focused on the task in hand. But if we could, and hopefully get a big 3 points on Sunday against Arsenal, would put us 7 points clear of Arsenal. And it just wouldn't be a big game just for this weekend. It'd be a big statement, in all honesty, to the rest of the league, to Manchester City, but most importantly to Arsenal, to say, you want to play with the big boys in terms of Liverpool and City? You know the standards that you need to reach anyway. Yeah, but as Kev said there, we're winning a bloody effing lot. Hopefully, mate, hopefully. But chat, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you do head over to Spider LFC as well in the comments. Try and get Kev on, follow Kev on all socials. He's no Kev, he's regular on the channel. Spider LFC. Get Kev. If you've got TikTok, follow Kev on TikTok. And most importantly, everyone, have a lovely rest of your Wednesday night. Massive thank you for taking the time. taking the time to tune in, Reds. Really do appreciate everyone. And trying to be a bit more consistent this week as well with content, and just get back into the swing of things anyway. Makes me happy speaking to all you as well, so that's the main thing. So, Reds, have a lovely rest of your night. Look after yourself, and we will see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Yeah, will be 6 UK time GMT. But Reds, if you are watching this and you've discovered the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Drop a like on the video. Massive does help out. Just like the video if you want, especially if you're an RB Leipzig fan or a City fan or whatnot. But everyone, enjoy it. And yeah, we're absolutely flying. Long may it continue. Up the Reds.